Prep's been heavy lately. I'm currently 11 weeks out from my first ever bodybuilding show and also balancing that with being a full-time creator and entrepreneur. Business, clients, content, training, cardio, macros, every single day. And well, it's been a lot to handle. Not in a dramatic way, just the kind of pressure that builds up after a while. So I did something spontaneous. I found a campground in Joshua Tree National Park. Then I packed up my car and honestly just sent it. I'm about 2 hours away now, but just because I'm gonna be out there does not mean prep stops. I have the majority of my meals already cooked, weighed out, and waiting for me in the cooler. I'll be getting a ton of cardio in with all the hiking I'm gonna be doing. And there's a gym about 25 minutes away from my campground, so I should still be able to train. Honestly, I've just been feeling really overwhelmed lately. Prep alone is already a full-time job, but then you add in running a coaching business, filming content, editing everything myself, it stacks up eventually. I also realized that I haven't been fully alone with my thoughts in honestly a really long time. No notifications, no emails, no expectations. Mentally, I feel like I need that to allow myself to fully reset and avoid burning out here. So this weekend's simple. I'll be camping, hiking, but most importantly, I'm gonna be clearing my head. I'm still hitting my macros, I'm still training, because discipline, right, it does not take weekends off. And there's something about being out in the wilderness that really puts things into perspective. Out there, nobody cares about stage conditioning, about macros, or what show you're gonna be doing. But obviously, I do. This is where discipline's actually gonna get tested, not when the lights are on or when the camera's rolling, when you're alone, when you could easily skip, and when, right, nobody would know if you missed a day or two. That is the ultimate test. Prep isn't just about the stage, it's about holding yourself to the standard when it would be easier not to. I made it into the park and met up with my friend Will. He was down to camp for the first night. We set up the site, dropped our gear, and spent the rest of the day hiking long trails, crazy rock formations, covering miles. Honestly, it was the perfect way to get my cardio in without even thinking about it. His dog Ozzy came with us too, which made it even better. The first sunset out here was unreal. Quiet, wide open, exactly what I needed. Will left in the morning. He could only stay for one night, but I decided to stay longer. I wanted a little more time out here, fully alone with no distractions. And that brings us into day 2, just me and the Joshua Tree Wilderness.
All right, guys. Looks like this is Joshua Tree National Park. Feels good to be here. Very peaceful, relaxing. Being here kind of forces me to unplug a little bit, which is really good. For me, at least. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been on my phone in 2 days. There's no internet out here. It's really just me, my downloaded playlists, a couple good books, and the campfire. And obviously some great scenery, but this place specifically has a really big emptiness to it. Like there's not a lot of people, I'd say, especially right now in the middle of the week. Not a lot of animals either, which, is something I'm not that used to in terms of the national parks, just because I feel like I always see a ton of wildlife, but I've only seen squirrels, honestly. But there's apparently tortoises and turtles and whatnot here, but I have yet to see them. Pretty cool people I've met so far. A couple rock climbers that are just sending it up boulders, which is fucking sick. And I'm gonna try and catch a sunset. I think there's a couple other cool spots that I'm around. I'm gonna head down there. I think it'll be really cool for sunset. It's time to go try and catch the sunset, which would be pretty cool. Here we are over this giant rock that looks pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know if you guys could see that, but there are a bunch of people sending it up this giant rock up there. Some dude climbed to the top of it just now. Was impressed by that. Yeah, I made it here. Our campground. It's really cool. This is a pretty cool spot. I feel like I'm required to take a video of this. All right, spot number 2. Been having a couple crazy thoughts while I was out here. Earlier today, I was eating lunch at the top of the mountain. I was just thinking about, in everyone's mind, we have 2 kind of entities running the show, right? We have like the ego, which is, a little bit more in control, more active, kind of makes the daily decisions. And then, the inner self, right? Which is more like your inner consciousness, that deeper level of consciousness, the part of us that, we don't really understand fully, right? And so, it felt like at a certain point, just being out here alone, spending time to reflect, felt like the ego side of my brain was gone for a little bit, right? There was no success, no daily stuff like that, and it was just like the inner me, the inner you that's in all of you, right? Since you're a kid. And I don't know, it felt like, oh, damn, I haven't seen this guy in weeks, right? Or months, you know what I mean? And I just felt like it was telling me something. Maybe that might sound insane, but it felt like it was telling me that I got to start doing more stuff like this again and taking care of myself a little bit more mentally. I feel like I've been working really hard and haven't been enjoying a lot of it. I've only really had just these weekend trips, which has been cool. I think we got to get closer to this rock though. It's so empty. I love it, dude. This is sick. There's a voice telling me that I'm required to do a backflip just to make sure that we still got it. And I was told at a very young age that I need to listen to that voice. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll warm up. Oh, that was the most unathletic shit I've ever done. I felt about 1,000,000 pounds doing that. I've seen stars and stripes. I'm gonna have to redeem myself. It's this clunky ass jacket, bro. All right, fine. One more attempt it is. Oh, holy fuck, dude. I just ate shit. That's ridiculous. I can't let this slide. It was good, but I need to stick it now. I told you guys we needed to get the stick. Dude, I was eating shit on those first couple ones. I need to see what that looks like. It definitely looks hilarious. Found another big rock. This is pretty tight. I feel like the colors are about to get crazier though, for sure. I think I'm gonna climb up this rock though. See if I can get a better view. You know what I mean? I'll see you at the top of this thing. All right, this rock is definitely worth it. This is tight as hell. All right, guys. Down pretty high up right now. Awesome. You know, I don't know, man. It's shit like this that just like, to me, if I work hard all week, right, and I'm like, dude, I want to relax, I want to get ready to do it all again Monday morning, the thing that's gonna allow me to do that, right, and wake up Monday ready to go again is not gonna be going out and getting blackout drunk with my friends. I think maybe at a certain time in my life, was it fun? Sure. I'm not gonna lie to you and act like I didn't party in college. We all did. But like, now I'm at the point where if I really want to maximize, right, what I'm able to accomplish during the week, it's not gonna happen if I'm going out drinking, partying every single weekend. To me, a weekend like this where I'm able to spend some time outside in nature with my thoughts, just fully quiet, right? That's where I feel the most refreshed and the most like I can grind for another week. You know what I mean? Like that's, to me, that's the beauty of it. If any of you guys are looking for that escape and that reset and that just refreshness, go out there and see the national parks, you know? And if you don't have anybody to do it with, do it alone. Go out there and do it, right? Do it anyway. Doesn't matter. Like some of my favorite experiences have been alone at the national parks, literally just wandering, right? Meeting strangers, going on crazy hikes that are way too dangerous and way out of my comfort zone. Like that's the shit that makes my nuts tingle. You know what I mean? Like I feel alive. Like right now, I feel fucking alive. Sitting on this gigantic ass rock and it fucking rocks, dude. Hey man, life is pretty sweet. It's getting really dark though. And I am sitting on top of a giant boulder. So I feel like I should probably head back. I think honestly, based on where I'm at with things, I should probably go hit chest, shoulders, biceps, and cardio. I don't want to set myself behind for the week. I low-key do not want to lift though. I'm kind of beat from all the hiking, but I probably should. I don't want to, but I feel like if I don't go and I just kind of stay lazy tonight, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and just feel way worse. Yeah, I'm gonna send it on down, get ready for the gym. So that sounds like a really good idea. Let's go do that right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now left with the aftermath of having to walk back to the campground in the dark. I'm realizing I should probably put on my headlamp. I don't want to step on a rattlesnake. This is what my vision looks like. But the visibility now is actually fucking sick. I feel like I could low-key see everything. So this is what the campsite currently looks like. This is the setup. I got some cleaning to do for sure, as you can probably tell. Tent's all the way back there. All right, folks, it's about that time. Well, this is gonna be an interesting mission to see if we can actually find something that's open. Everything that I found so far looks super questionable. I don't know if anything's even open, to be honest. The only thing that looks open right now is, it's called Total Fitness. I have no idea. This might not work out. So it looks like they close at 9. I don't know. Let's give it a try. Watch them not pick up. Those stuff.
Hi there. Our operating hours are Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. until 10:30 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m.
24-hour access for the members only. Damn, dude. Honestly, I think Old me would have used this as an excuse to just skip training today, but I don't know. I'm gonna send it. Yeah, I'm gonna send it. No way. It's 5 minutes away, dude. Worst case scenario, I just have to fucking turn around and I wasted 5 minutes, but that 5 minutes is certainly worth having an opportunity to train today. I think the biggest thing is like right now, the easy move would be to say, hey, there's no gyms open. There's no gyms that are picking up right now. Like, you should probably just take that as a sign that you're not meant to train today, but I think it would probably be worth it. I think I'd feel a lot better afterwards, that's for sure. But yeah, man, I think that on days like today, it's an easy call to skip the gym and, tell yourself, oh, I need this Sunday, I'm gonna just relax, whatever. But the thing is, like, Sundays for me really determine how my weeks go. Like, if I'm locked in on the weekends and I am going in on a Sunday, I'm getting ahead of the game, right? I'm building a little bit of momentum before the week actually starts. Then it's like, come Monday, it's not a game of, fuck, let's play catch up from the weekend, right? I rested Saturday and Sunday or something like that. It's more of a game of, hey, let's keep building on top of the progress you've been making. Kind of like what I talked about on the rock out there, but that's it to me, right? Is like, how can I set up this week for actual success, and yes, I think mini vacation's really good for me, but also I don't want it to be a thing that's gonna fuck me up on prep and, take me a little bit further back than where I know I should be, if that makes sense. So yeah, man, I think I'm gonna just throw some weight around, do a little bit of chest and shoulders, might do maybe 1 or 2 bicep movements. If I'm able to train, we'll find out shortly. It's a big lesson I've learned is just like using a better monitoring system, right, when it comes to my decisions. Because initially I said, I don't want to train, I'll just take the weekend off. And I think that was a little bit of my ego just kind of lying to me in those moments, right, to keep me comfortable, to, do what's easy, what feels good in the moment emotionally. But I've learned, which, I feel like it's cliche at this point to say, but right, don't follow your emotions. Don't rely on your emotions. Rely on the plan and the blueprint and the shit that you actually, right, tell yourself that you're gonna do. And I think that long term, that's probably the solution. Let's be real, when it comes to staying consistent. And so I'm gonna hold myself to that standard. I think that I preach that a lot to my clients who struggle to stay consistent, and so I really want to hold myself to that same standard for sure. All right, we are just pulling in here. Oh my God, I botched that turn. Oh, they look so closed. No, there's a couple lights on. All right, let us see. I don't have any pre-workout though, which kind of blows. I know it's late, but some stim-free pre-workout would definitely be nice. But anyway, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna send it in there, see what we're working with. This is gonna be fun. I do think I have a tank top in here somewhere, which will be nice. I think I'm chilling. And yeah, I'll see you on our first chest exercise. I'm gonna start off with low to high, cable fly. Let's fucking fire away. It is time for set number 1. All right. Pretty good warm-up set. Not too shabby, but definitely not feeling 100% strength-wise, but that's all right. Set number 2. I'm gonna progressively build my way up here because I didn't sleep amazing last night. I'm gonna do another set of these with a 25. Normally I'll go 245s, but that's all right. That was pretty heavy, but definitely starting to warm up a little bit, which is a good thing. Time for set number 3. I'm throwing on 2 10s. Nothing crazy, just enough to allow me to feel proud of this workout. Pump is definitely there. Next set, it's definitely a little heavy. I feel pretty good. Upper chestness, fullness wise, we're getting there for sure. Time for a little Pec Deck Fly action. That needed to be lowered a lot. There we go. Nah, it's too much. Let's see if that is any better. Oh, that's pretty fucking nice, dude. All right, I'll probably do dose more sets of these, hit some shoulders, maybe a little bit of biceps, and then get out of here. Go cook up some steaks. Time for some good old fucking lateral raises. Getting pretty tired, pretty hungry. I do kind of want to go chef up a fucking steak right now, but this must be done. Fucking hell, this is brutal. We are just about finished. Gonna hit a couple sets of these incline curls so that I can say that I did biceps, and then that's gonna be a wrap. I just met a super chill dude here, super nice guy, one of the locals who lives in that area. It's persuading him to start his social media journey. It's bro in the back. But now, yeah, this is it's been a pretty sweet lift. I'm probably gonna do some upright rows, to be honest. Probably should. One set of these damn upright rows and we're out of here. Ooh. That is it for the workouts. I am legally obliged for a little pump check. It's feeling pretty good. It's a great pump. Now we can fully relax for the rest of tonight and go enjoy our evening. And I'm very excited about that. So I'm gonna send it on home, pick up some ice on the way, and I'll see you at the campground. It is once again fucking freezing. So the jacket is coming back on. So is the pants. It's freezing right now. God damn. But I'm gonna just make a quick stop grocery store because I'm realizing that if I wanna make these steaks, I probably need to get some soap to clean my damn cast iron. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Let's send it on in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the shopping is secured. I got myself some Dish Daddy, some grapes, some gloves, and some mangoes, which are about to go absolutely insane later. This place is rad. Let's get back to the campground. Oh, we got more water too. I'll see you there. We are here back at the campground, and now it's time for the best mission of all. This mission is called Operation Fire. We're gonna have to do what we can, given our resources. I got a couple fire starters in there, some logs, so we honestly should be fine. I just need this to catch, and then we should be chilling. All right. There's not nearly as much wind as there was yesterday, which is a good thing. That actually worked out pretty well. There we go. Oh, that was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Well, the fire is on fire, which is pretty fire. I'm glad that's sorted. Finally, get a little bit of heat as well, because it is starting to get chilly here at Joshua Tree National Park. I'm glad that I was able to get a Joshua Tree National Pump, but now I have the very devastating task of cleaning my pan if I want to make this steak. And I do want to make this steak, so it's time to do the dirty work and clean some stuff. I know, it sounds sick. We have our warmth fire going, but now I need another cooking fire. That is very important here because it is significantly easier to cook on this boy. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. All right, I am once again going to light this with some loose napkins, which have not been steering me wrong yet. Nice. We are golden there. I'm gonna let that do its thing. Shtick. It's about that time. Look at that, dude. That's incredible. All right, properly season this. A little bit of pepper, some salt, of course. Actually, while we are doing this, I'm gonna get my cast iron nice and hot. I think it's a better use of my time. Nice. Pan number 2 for the potatoes. Now we wait for those to get hot. Garlic powder, I think, yes. And, you know, there's something very peaceful about this. There's no one around me. I haven't seen anybody all day, except for a couple people at the gym. But aside from that, man, I'm really just out here alone, which is pretty sick, if you ask me. This is our steak that we're going with. That's starting to get super hot. Super hot. It is looking pretty warm. I feel like these potatoes are not getting warm. So, yeah, those are good. Potatoes are good. Fries are good. Fries are really good. Tell you what, I'm gonna put this damn steak on. Can't wait for this sound. Ready for this? Yeah, it's chilling. I'll probably need like 5 minutes each side. It's about 11:42 right now. Steak's cooking. Shit's looking real nice. We got her on the pan. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. That's a nice, juicy steak. It's been a pretty sick day. I think that this is the perfect way to finish it off. A nice, juicy steak-free dinner. Yeah, the stars. I wish I could show you, but honestly, it's like impossible for me to like actually fully capture it. You know what I mean? It doesn't do it justice. So you'll have to take my word for it and come out here yourself and see the beautiful stars of Joshua Tree National Park. Shit's insane. Life is fucking good. I can't complain. I'm out here looking at a nice juicy steak after getting a nice chest pump in the fucking middle of nowhere. I don't know about you, but I'd certainly rather spend my weekends doing that than drinking like a fish and not remembering any of it. That sounds kind of whack, man. Now I can just relax and fucking smash this. Look at this plate, bro. I mean, come on. It just doesn't get better than this, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that is a meal for a king. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to share this first bite with you guys because you guys were there for the process, for the grind of this meal. Oh my God. Bro, that's actually insane. Oh, that's the best thing I've ever tasted in my life. That's incredible. Fucking, I love life. Oh, let's get a little mango. That's fucking peak. That's so peak, it's insane. I gotta top it off with the Coke Zero. Man, dude, this was an amazing day. Really liking this place and liking this meal. Thanks for tuning in, coming by for the ride while I smack this and enjoy this and vibe. It's been fucking sick. I'm gonna keep eating this, enjoy the rest of my night, and yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll see you in the morning. See if we actually get up for this sunrise hike. To be decided. I did not end up getting up for sunrise this morning. I ended up just sending it back to LA, and I just arrived back in Venice. And I'm not gonna lie, dude, I feel incredible right now. I thought I needed a break from this prep, but honestly, I didn't need to escape it. I think I just kind of needed some space to remember why I chose this path to begin with. I really learned in the last couple days that prep doesn't stop for life, right? It needs to fit into life, into my life. And I feel like I proved to myself this weekend that I am capable of finding that balance, right? While I'm on the road, while I'm camping. And I think I'm definitely gonna do more trips like this while I'm on this prep to keep myself, right, fully locked in mentally as well as physically. But overall, I think the biggest takeaway from this trip was that if I could stay consistent out there, then I can stay consistent anywhere. I'm more fired up than ever, and I'm ready to attack this week now. Thank you for coming along for the ride with me this weekend, and I'll see you for week 3.